guys, welcome back to the channel. Your bald-headed senpai here. Some time ago, last month or the month before that, I don't know, time is relevant, I went on a trip to Maryland and I ended up going to a couple of local places, just looking around at some cool stuff, mostly looking for manga, but found some other cool gems. So I just wanted to take you along for the ride and show you, and let's get started. The first place I ended up going was this really cool little hole in the wall called Washington Street Books and Music, and yeah, the ambiance here was just absolutely amazing. There was a whole batch of old comic books, old D&D books, graphic novels, so much Star Wars stuff. And they also had a lot of really cool like costumes from movies and stuff like that. I think here are the ones from the live action Avatar movie that we don't speak of, but it was still really cool to see some of the costumes there. I ended up walking around and just really enjoying the atmosphere before I even thought to look for the manga/anime section. And when I finally found it, it was very small, just a couple of things, kind of like 5 rows of stuff, but it was just such a really cool place. Wow, I totally missed that battle royale. Sorry everybody. I'm still learning about all the out of print manga goodness stuff. Wow, was right next to it. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyway, you'll find that throughout the Shop With Me video as I went back and edited and all that kind of stuff. I missed out on so much stuff. So definitely let me know if there's anything that you see that I absolutely should have grabbed. But yeah, I ended up only getting like 2 things out of this place, but again, it was still a lot of fun just to kind of see everything. I saw the Zatch Bell, which was pretty cool. I know that whole series is out of print, and yep, okay, yeah, keep going. Actually, that cover looks really cool. I should have picked it up. Wow, should have picked that one up too. Wow, just okay. Ooh, good choice. Yeah, I ended up grabbing that one. I don't even have a VHS player, but I absolutely should have grabbed that Zoids VHS just for the nostalgia. Ugh, I loved Zoids so much. Look at a little baby Anakin. It's like a life-size figure and everything. The store was so cool. I should have gotten more shots, but I was just having such a good time. So this place that I ended up going to was like one of the main stops that I absolutely had to take while I was in Maryland, and this place is called the Purple Narwhal Music and Manga, and oh my gosh, it was so great. I feel like the shots that I took in the video does not do this place justice. It was a little small and it was really hard to kind of move and get like good clear shots, so apologies in advance for weird angles and all of that stuff. I feel like they had a really cool and eclectic selection. It was a mix of new and used stuff, so just a lot of stuff I guess that you don't see at like Barnes and Nobles or Second and Charles and all that kind of stuff. Some really cool things like this antique gift shop, which the cover on that was just absolutely beautiful. So my strategy or my thought process while I was doing shopping here was that I was going to try and not buy anything that I could order off of Right Stuff or pick up, you know, my local bookstore or something like that. Just mostly looking for stuff that's kind of not easy to find. I keep seeing that Blackbird series everywhere, like at every used place that I go to, and I have no idea. Somebody please tell me what that's about. Yeah, so a lot of stuff that you see normally, like the Blue Into You, the Blue Exorcist, Blue Giant, Blue Everything, Blue Period, oh, Boys on the Riot, but yeah, so I was just trying not to kind of pick up that kind of stuff, and I absolutely should have picked up this Bride of the Water God. It is really pretty. It is so pretty, but a lot of stuff, it might have only had like volume 1 and then jumped down, or they had like the whole series, but they didn't have the first 2 volumes. And so I definitely tried not to get something that, you know, I wouldn't be able to get easily at other places, if that makes sense. I don't know, I feel like those two statements are pretty contradictory, but whatever. I didn't end up picking it up, but that Cirque du Freak is definitely a series that has been on my to pick up eventually list for a long time. I read that series when I was like in high school or something, and I don't know, it was just really good. Flame of Reika. I think I watched that anime a long time ago, and I don't remember liking it. Maybe I was just indifferent. I don't know. That's a really cute cover. I should have picked it up. Why didn't I do that? Alright, this is one miss that's an absolute killer for me. I literally had it in my hands. I was touching it. Girls Last Tour. I didn't realize that a couple of the volumes are getting harder to find now, and I should have picked them up. Wow. Talk about playing yourself. So I absolutely should have picked up this Higurashi, if for no other reason than it is one of my really good friends' favorite anime of all time, and yeah, it's Yen Press, so I'm gonna assume that it's probably out of print. I looked at this one solely for the title because I like honey mustard. Not necessarily the manga or the anime, just the condiment. Okay, so here is one of my biggest epic fails. I have been wanting to read Immortal Reign simply because it's by the same mangaka that did The God's Lie. And yeah, somehow I wear glasses, but I am still blind because, yeah, I absolutely should have picked those up. I'm gonna go drown myself in the bathtub real quick. Okay, decided not to drown myself simply because editing this video is gonna be an even worse punishment. So yeah, this is so cute. Green is my favorite color, and she's got mint green hair, and I don't know what it's about, and I should have picked it up because it's so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. That looks really cool. I should have picked that up too. Wow, okay, this video is less about all the cool stuff that I saw and more about multiple regrets. Just so many regrets. But also, while I'm thinking about it, why was that cooking manga wrapped in shrink wrap? What are y'all cooking? Okay, now I'm really concerned. And I really should have picked that up. And that looks really cool. Whatever it was that I just had in my hand. I see King of Hell everywhere. What is it? Like, it's... Somebody please tell me, is it good? Is it worth being at like every single used bookstore that I go to? Is it? Alright, prepare yourself for this next epic failure, because it's epic. So, I did not know that new Lone Wolf and Cub was by the same mangaka that did the original Lone Wolf and Cub. I know that sounds so dumb. But yeah, for whatever reason, I thought that new Lone Wolf and Cub was like somebody taking over the series and making like a brand new series based off Kazuo Koiki's original series. Like, so I thought it was gonna be like a cheap reboot, so I was like, nah, I'll pass. Obviously I could have just read the front cover and saw that his name is on it and saved us all the heartache, but I didn't. Totally should have picked up that Nana Volume 2. I know a lot of y'all are going absolutely feral over it right now and people are scalping the crap out of it. Yeah, it was an old anime that I remember watching and I kind of remembered enjoying it, but I really am not that concerned about reading it, so I left it there. I'm sorry for all you people who have been dying to get Nana Volume 2. You deserve better. Shout out to my boy Gemini Manga and his love for The Promised Neverland. It's his favorite series, y'all. I promise. So after watching Haikyuu, I keep telling myself that I want to get into more sports manga and more sports anime, and I know that Kuro's basketball is a super huge one, but honestly, when it comes to basketball, if it's not Space Jam, I don't want it. I just don't. One day though, I'll make the jump, but like, if there's no Michael Jordan, does it even matter? The answer to that is no. Ooh, okay, get ready for another failure. So, I don't know anything about this series besides the fact that the girl has pink hair on the front, and I love characters with pink hair. And I've been wanting to try it for a long time, and I think that was the whole series. And I just did not see it. I just didn't. I need to get a new prescription because I am blind as a bat. So this was pretty surprising. I had no idea that Tokyo Pop did Tokyo Mew Mew, and wow, that was one of my favorite series when I was growing up in high school, I guess. Yeah, I loved it. It was so cute and it was so colorful, and pretty much anything at Magical Girls I love and will consume, except for Madoka. Madoka actually consumed me, and I've been depressed ever since. Totally worth it though. Absolutely amazing series. So one of these days I really need to read Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course, it was one of my favorite series. That Saturday morning lineup on WB. Man, I feel so bad for my non-anime friends simply because whenever they need encouragement, I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, fam. Believe in the heart of the cards. And they don't believe in the heart of the cards because they don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! And honestly, tragic. But not as tragic as me passing up on Fire Punch Volume 2, which has been super elusive and hard to find. But we are coming to the end of this journey and all of my regrets. So yeah, just some cool singles and stuff like that. And time for the haul. So that was my Maryland trip. It's really fun, really fruitful. I got some really cool things that I'm going to show you. It was my first shop with me video, which is really fun. I love watching people shop with me videos. But yeah, I absolutely did not get any like store shots of the Purple Narwhal just because I was too excited to take any. So hopefully next time I'll get like some really cool like B footage of me walking in, shots of like my Starbucks, all that great stuff that I love seeing other people's videos. But yeah, I was just too excited. So from the first place, which again was Washington Street Books and Music, I ended up picking up that Zatch Bell Volume 8, and I found a really cool loan edition of Samurai Executioner Volume 10. So yeah, that place again didn't really have like a huge large selection of manga. It was literally just like 4 or 5 rows, but honestly, like, the ambiance was really cool, just really great to kind of like browse about and just see all kinds of cool stuff, the costumes, the figures. I was like in Star Wars Heaven. It was absolutely amazing. But yeah, so got these guys. I gotta be honest with you, I didn't like Zatch Bell when it first came out on, I think it was like on Toonami. Zatch Bell just did not hit the mark for me, but it is by the same mangaka that wrote Animal Land, which I read, I finished, I laughed, I cried, like absolutely love it. Literally just after reading that, it was enough for me to be like, you know what, like I want to read Zatch Bell and hopefully like get into it. I know that all of the Zatch Bell stuff is out of print, so it's literally just going to be like a slow roll, pick them up as I see them, starting off with volume 8. I feel like we don't really need to say anything else about Kazuo Koike. I feel like we talk about his work all the time, and I love samurai stuff. Again, most of the series is out of print, so just gonna get them when I see them. So yeah, that's what I got from the first place. From the second place, like I said, I didn't get any extra shots of the store just because it was really small. They were limiting people, so I didn't want to take up too much time, even though I was in there for 3 hours. But yeah, it was really cool place. A lot of really nice like selections. As you could see, just when I was going back and like editing it all together, I completely noticed that I missed so much stuff. So if you saw any really cool stuff or like a series that's really good that like I completely bypassed, let me know. I'm still very much so in the phase of like, the manga that I pick up is typically like 99.7% of manga that people recommend or that people are talking about. I haven't really developed my own, I don't want to say taste in manga because I definitely have one, but I'm just really bad at like reading synopsises. I'm a cover buyer. I'll be honest, I'm a cover buyer. But yeah, but even with that said, even though like looking back there was stuff that I definitely wanted to pick up myself and probably more cooler stuff that you guys will be able to tell me about, I think I came out doing pretty good. So I will start with this bad boy. Vagabond Volume 1. So I've really been wanting Vagabond. It's samurai, it's seinen, it's gorgeous, like, it's Vagabond. So actually when I first went in there, I saw it on the shelf and I was like, okay, I'm gonna work my way down and I'll pick it up when I get there. And then somebody else had picked it up and I was like, so I played myself. Then I guess whoever had it didn't end up buying, so they put it back on the shelf and I swooped that bad boy up. It was really great. I know it had been out of stock for a while, so I was really excited to just see Volume 1. And what's even funnier is that literally 2 weeks after I picked this up, Volume 1 came back in stock on like Right Stuff, on Amazon, and all that good stuff. So I'm really happy to have it. Can't wait to give it a try. So then after that, I found a copy of Barakamon Volume 3, just slowly picking up any of the series that I'm missing. Like 80% of the series is out of print. Thank you, Yen Press. And then I found some more stuff that's getting a bit harder to find, and that's Honda-kun Volume 2 and Volume 3. I just got it because it's the same mangaka that does Barakamon, and I believe this is actually kind of like a prequel story of the main character of Barakamon. No, I haven't read either of these series. I think it's about a guy who moves to an island and teaches calligraphy. I don't know, I'm here for it. Now, this next series, I'm very happy that I found it, simply because I know a lot of people talk about the Vizbigs or the omnibus editions and stuff like that, and then you have people who want to hunt down the single volume editions because they look cooler or they're smaller, so they're not gonna like break the spine and all that kind of stuff. I get all of that, right? So far, I haven't seen a single series that has an omnibus edition that I felt like I needed to pick up in the singles until now, and that is Maizen Ikoku. So these were all there. I think they were all like $6 or something like that. And I've definitely been wanting to get into her work just because I have a really weird love-hate relationship with Inuyasha. Inuyasha started good and then I just ended up hating it by the time it was over. More about that at a later date, if you care to find out. And so I've really been wanting to try some of her other work. These covers are so cute and they are so pretty. I ended up getting volumes 1 through 4 and then 6 through 7, and I haven't taken any of the stickers off because it's literally been in this box so that I could film this video for you. But yes, like I just, oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. I get it now. I get people who want to collect the singles solely because the covers like do it for them. Like I absolutely get it now. I'm so excited to try this work. I really love the older like anime style, that retro kind of thing. It feels weird calling her work retro when I used to watch Inuyasha in high school. Is it retro? Just look how beautiful that is. So even though there are of course the really cool, also pretty but not as pretty as these omnibus editions, I am probably gonna stick to my guns and end up picking up, as I see them, as I find them, the whole series. I think it's like 15 volumes, roundabouts there. Yeah, I love them. And lastly, which kind of ties with the Maizan Ikoku as far as stuff that I was really excited to see. Crying Freeman, another series by Kazuo Koike. There we go. Basically, I guess this is about a person who works for the mafia, and he's an assassin or a hitman. Oh, there's some titty. Can't show you that page. More titty. Oh, blood. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna show you the tidy whitey page. Yeah, I feel like all of his work just has like a certain look to it. So like even from across like the, not a hall, across from the shelves, I could definitely see it, and I was like, it looks like that Lone Wolf and Cub stuff. And yeah, just the fact that they had volume 1 and 2, which is right here, made me interested, and I was like, cool, I will give it a shot. Went on to find out that I have seen a couple of his movies, which is really cool. I feel like when we talk about his work, of course we talk about Samurai Executioner, Lone Wolf and Cub, New Lone Wolf and Cub, all that great stuff, but I didn't realize that his manga was the inspiration for the movies, or like his manga is what they base the live action movies on. I've seen like all of Lone Wolf and Cub, they're great, they're fun, and I've seen Lady Snowblood, which is also a manga series that is super out of print, so whenever I can find it, I will probably pick that up as well. Just thought that was really cool. Literally had no idea that all of these like classic Japanese like action movies were based off of his work. Give you some kind of idea of how prevalent those movies are. Quentin Tarantino, like, kind of, sort of, absolutely 100% tastefully ripped off Lady Snowblood. Never would have thought that, like, for as prevalent as his work is in the manga community, that the films were something that have watched, have some type of history with, and now I'm like going back to the source and finding the manga, and I'm super more interested in it than I could have possibly thought. Yeah, all of that just to say that I like old Japanese movies. But yeah, so there's a movie for this too. I have not seen it. I will definitely get around to watching it eventually. So all in all, I am very pleased with all of the things that I got on my trip. Yeah, hope you guys are having a good one. Feel free to roast me in the comments for all of the really cool, probably like amazing gems that I ended up passing up on. Like I said, as I was going back and editing it, I was absolutely roasting myself too. And then if there was anything else that you saw there that is super interesting, that you feel like, oh, maybe she doesn't know about this, feel free to leave me like a description or a synopsis or something like that. Just let me know about it in the comments so I can read it. And the next time I see it out in the wild, hopefully I won't be lacking in the super cool, rare, out-of-print manga knowledge. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your September. I hope you guys are going absolutely feral for my birthday month, picking up all the stuff that you want, ordering all that manga, all of that anime goodness. Once again, use me as your excuse to make all of your questionable decisions for the month of September. Senpai out!